Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing great today. I just wanted to take a moment and give you a tour of our new website, expandingwisdom.com. We have made a lot of changes. There's many things that are the same, but there are some changes. So I want to tell you about them. As you'll notice, the colors and that sort of thing are the same, but we have 2 columns now instead of 4, which I think will make it easier for us to get around. Right here on the left-hand side, we have our posts. The most recent posts will be there. And then on the right-hand side, we have just one sidebar with a really great search section. You can type in any word, and any posts that have that word in it will come up. Also, we have the normal buttons and that sort of thing that you can find on a sidebar for this kind of site. You can also join the community right here in the sidebar. If you haven't joined the Expanding Wisdom community, or if you don't know about it, it's a wonderful group of women. We read literature together and books about classical education. We are able to talk with each other, ask questions, encourage each other. It's wonderful. I feel honored to be a part of it. And then, of course, there's a list of recent posts and popular posts over here on the side. I'll tell you about these 2 things in a second, those photos you just saw. Okay, so in terms of the pages, most of them are the same. There are a few that are a little different, and so I want to tell you about them. The Getting Started page, everything is the same. It's just formatted a little bit differently. So this is the Getting Started with Classical Homeschooling. The one change I have made is I realize that's a lot of blog posts to read. And so if you're someone who's just wanting to take in a little bit at a time, which I encourage, you can sign up to have me email you 1 post per week, and you can just select that by selecting that button right there. So over 11 weeks, you'll receive 1 post a week of Getting Started with Classical Homeschooling. And that way you have a week to think about it, to try to implement some of the stuff, plan with some of the content that you've learned, and so on and so forth. With a curriculum idea, the format's changed a little bit, made it a little bit easier. Each of the liberal arts or the sections of the classical curriculum is not a page anymore. It's just a blog post. So for example, the language arts, it looks the same. It's just a post now rather than its own page. And so the format is consistent with that. Okay. And then the planning page. This, before we had Christian classical homeschooling, and then sub-pages under that was Getting Started, Planning, Scheduling, Teaching, and Assessing. Well, we combined planning and scheduling, and then we combined the assessing and the teaching. We realized that we really didn't need to have those separated. And so the planning, we have, we don't do a lot of posts about this because there's so many other people, out there that do great jobs on this, but we have some treatment of it because it's important enough to mention, because that's one of the main tensions that we experience as homeschooling moms is the planning and scheduling. So first we have this tab box. In it you will find the resources I have discovered that I feel really help me with lesson planning, scheduling, and organization, and don't contradict what I'm trying to do with the Christian classical tradition. So all of the resources in these tabs, you can be sure that they really do coincide with the tradition. They don't, they're not in opposition to it. I especially, Misty Winkler's stuff has been just incredible for me. I'm gonna cry. Don't tell her I cried. I've gone from just being really stressed in this area to not being so stressed because of the resources she has. She doesn't try to make it all cutesy and, more than the normal mom can do, but it's just real and functional. So so blessed to have found it. So glad she took the time to put them together. And then below that are all the posts we have written related to these topics. All right, so that's that page. And then the teaching page. It's one of my favorites. It's all brand new. Before it was just a list of the few articles we had written related to teaching, and now it's a whole resource center. So right here will be a video actually of introducing you to the page. That's just a placeholder video right now. And below that is a brief overview, not overview, a definition really of each of the modes of teaching classically. And I should say the purpose of this page is to put the resources before you to help you learn these modes of teaching and implement them in your home. So that's the introduction part, and then there's links to longer articles about each of the modes. And then here is where you're probably going to spend most of your time looking. Every single Friday we will, well, I'm not going to go into that here because there is an introduction video on this page that you can listen to. But we have all of our lessons listed, there's printables, there's outside links, just a whole teaching resource center. I'm so excited about this because I think this is the main thing all of you have wanted, is more information and tools to help you with mimetic and Socratic instruction. Okay, and then a classical co-op. This was starting a classical co-op, and so we are going to do more with the classical co-op in the future, but we just have a few articles right now about it. And so it's just a brief introduction, and then it lists out automatically any articles we've written that relate to the classical community or classical co-op. All right. And then books and things. This page doesn't really have anything on it because this will be our online store. We don't know exactly what day we're going to launch it, but we are really excited about the things that are coming. It's going to include curriculum guides for, mimetic instruction guides for a variety of curriculum and subjects, and along with many other resources to help you really implement the Christian classical tradition in your home. We want to help resolve the tensions that we experience that make us feel like, I can't do this. And sometimes it's a hard issue and I just need to go before the Lord, but sometimes it's a resource. I need a resource. There's something that can make it easier. And so that's what we hope the things that we'll have in books and things will be, as resources, things we can hold in our hands that help us resolve some of those tensions. And then the archives. This used to be the article index. We renamed it because I liked this name, and we reformatted it. With all the articles we're writing, we arranged them into this index. It was getting pretty long, and so now we have them as drop-down menus. So the subjects are arranged alphabetically, the subject or topic, and then with each drop-down menu, each article that is under the umbrella of that topic will be found. And so it's a little bit cleaner, a lot cleaner, I think. And yeah, so that is the new blog. And of course, you can stay connected through the community in the Facebook group. We also have a Facebook page. And I'm so excited that for everything that's happening, and thank you so much for reading, for visiting, for watching the video, and I hope to see you online somewhere, and even better, in person maybe. Maybe some of you will come to the Circe conference in the summer. Well, anyway, thank you so much. Have a great day.